Hello, lovely Taurus. How are you going? I hope you have had an amazing start to your 2019. I am Taryn, and this is my new channel, The Luminary Tarot. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to be doing a general reading, so looking into the energy for the new year, looking at what you're leaving behind in last year in 2018, and just seeing what kind of energy you want to start to cultivate as you move into this next stage of your journey, into this next cycle. So this deck is a little bit different. It has no court cards in it, just major and minor arcana, and then chakra cards. So yeah, this is what resonates for me at the moment, and I hope that it resonates for you. But again, if it doesn't resonate, please catch and release. Let it go. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but the messages are for that select few that really do feel into this energy. So let's just see what's happening. I really feel as though you've been kind of awakened to a whole new awareness. Really something has shifted for you in the last few months. Like something has kind of been brought to light, and maybe things have been turned a little bit like upside down, but in a good way, in a really good way, making you way more hopeful about how you're going to proceed, and a little bit more I'm feeling this kind of like dreamy sense, where it's like your dreams feel like they could happen, and you're starting to feel way more optimistic and way more hopeful about the things that you actually maybe for a really long time thought that it just wasn't for you, or that you couldn't have it anymore, or that you couldn't have it at all. But like something is opening up inside of you, and it's this new sense of like spiritual awareness, intuitive thought, maybe a few like really intense dreams. Dreams are really coming through for you, Taurus, which is so lovely, because again, you are grounded people. You're not like away with the fairies. Like you're really stable kinds of energies. So it's really nice to see that you are in the space of opening up to something a little bit more, a little bit more like, I want to say ethereal, even ethereal. It's really lovely energy, and I really like seeing that. I really like seeing that for you, and I really hope that it is the result of your best year ever. So let's see what is going on. Let's start the reading. So I'm just going to be looking into, again, the energies that are coming through for the new year, what is going to be happening spiritually, what's going to be happening in your journey. This first card is just going to be a message from your guides, and yeah, anything that kind of feels like it needs to be said, something you need to start to focus on as we move into this new energy in 2019. And that is partnerships and alliances. So really just, again, being conscious of the people that you have around you, being conscious of the relationships that you allow into your life, and really knowing that the people and the energy that you decide to surround yourself with does really set you up for either success or failure. And I'm not saying you're going to fail at all, but know that it is so important to be conscious of the energy that you're surrounding yourself with, to know that you are with people who have your best interest at heart, to have your highest good at heart, and people that are going to challenge you and grow you. You're an earth sign, but you like a challenge. You really like a challenge there, Taurus, because you like to be right. So knowing that these people are really going to be a key to how you start to move forward in this year, and coming into some kind of union with yourself, body, mind, and spirit. You align with yourself, which means that you will attract people that align with you. So knowing your values, knowing who you are and what you want is how you start to draw those people toward you. It's awesome energy. I love that for the start of the reading. So now we're going to look at what you need to leave behind in 2018. I almost said 2008. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so what are you going to leave behind in 2018? Something that needs to go. victory and success. And I think this is a very interesting card to have in this position. I think another star sign had this. I don't remember which one. I've been doing quite a few today. So leaving behind almost this image of what you think success is. Like if you think that success is XYZ and then you find yourself not measuring up, you're never going to see yourself as enough. You're never going to see yourself as having enough or being enough or worthy enough. But for you to be able to stand in your ultimate worthiness and for you to actually be able to move into this really awesome new stage, it's going to take letting go of those preconceived ideas of what success actually looks like. And so I want to just give you one little thing to do, especially as we move into a new year. I want you to make a list of all of the things that you succeeded at last year, like your successes. List your triumphs down, go get a piece of paper, write it down, and like celebrate every single thing that you succeeded at last year. Because I mean, success doesn't always look like, you know, a huge fancy house and a nice car. That's not what success is. Success can just be being happy with where you're at in life and, you know, really enjoying the people that you're around and what you've been able to accomplish and what you've been able to achieve with what you have. So yeah, just a little side note, just taking some time to really celebrate yourself, because it's gonna really help you to see things from a completely different perspective. This next card is now going to be how you can start to achieve your highest potential in 2019. How you can really start to move forward into energy that is just for your highest good, and it's coming from a place of, you know, like supreme wisdom and like just good vibes. Yeah. So yes. Okay, so how you can achieve your highest potential is fulfillment of wisdom. This is also known as the Nine of Cups, and so this is a card about being like having a full emotional cup, really having a full sense of who you are, what your values are, what it is you want to attract, where it is that you want to go, and that's how you start to move toward your highest good, by really celebrating yourself, celebrating the people around you, knowing that this is supreme wisdom, and it's wisdom that comes from within. So, and also balance. See these two waterfalls on either side? So coming into balance with yourself, that's something I've been saying a lot. Balancing where you see, like what you see as good and bad, high and low, success and failure, and knowing that your wishes will come true when you just trust yourself that they will. They will. And this can also speak to maybe the completion of a cycle. So if you've been putting work into something and you've been working really hard, those fruits are going to start to show. Like you're actually going to start to see reap the benefits of the hard work that you've been putting in over the last few months, 9 months, I'd say. So yeah, like let yourself just take this time to celebrate all of the things that you've been able to do and achieve. Now thinking about the energy that we want to start to focus on as we move into 2019. What do you want to focus on as you move into 2019 is the universe, so the world, and looking at how you can serve a larger purpose. So maybe looking at a bigger picture, looking at grand vision instead of just like, oh well, like what am I doing this year with this thing? Yeah, like you've been putting all that work into like small projects. Now it's time to expand. It is time to grow and put yourself out there. Like really speak your truth, speak your voice, speak your story. Your story has so much power behind it, and by you being able to actually take a step back and look at how much of an impact you can have on other people, that's when you can really start to grow, and you can really start to expand and bring in those aligned relationships and those people that are going to help you to elevate to, like, I'm seeing so much elevation for you this year. Like you're moving on from maybe a time of feeling not enough and not worthy enough, and you're elevating that state to knowing that you are capable and you are worthy. And it's amazing. It's amazing energy. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of water. And a sip of tea. Okay, so the next card is going to be your theme for the year. And these are lessons that you may find yourself, being not confronted with, but that are coming into your life, and you're going to have to start to think about. You're going to move through these lessons, this theme. Theme for the year for you. Oh my God, what was I just saying about speaking your truth? The throat chakra. So really knowing how to tell your story, knowing how to speak from a place of authenticity and speak from a really grounded and solid place within yourself, knowing that your words have value and your opinions matter, right? So trusting that and knowing that you are the change that you seek. So you can make the change by speaking your truth, by speaking up. And that's really, really a beautiful thing to learn. And like, this is going to be such a beautiful row of blue, I feel, because this is a really like solid, firm, and like grounded way of moving forward into your next phase. So for this next card, it's going to be the future energies and opportunities that you would like to attract. So like what you want to start to bring in. As you do, you start to speak more, you start to put yourself out there. You're not afraid to be seen or to be heard anymore. Yeah? So the future energy, ooh. Interesting card. So the future energy you want to start to attract is deception and envy. So, but it's not like, I'm actually going to take this and spin it completely on its head and put a completely positive spin on this, because you want to be seen. You want to be seen by people, and maybe in the past that's been like, you want people to be jealous of you. You want people to really feel like, oh wow, they have what I don't have. And that also comes with this, my nails. It also comes with this of like being in a position where you're like, oh, I'm so successful and I have all of these things, so you should look at me in envy almost. Like you should look at me and be like, oh wow, like why don't I have that? That's not the kind of energy I'm talking about here, because when you let this go, when you let this idea of what success means to you go, then it's actually going to really help you to be seen by people who can be inspired by you, instead of being, jealous of you or envious of you. So instead of it being like this thing of like, oh, well, why can't I have what that person has? You'd be like, I want what that person has. Like, I want to be like that person, because that person is freaking inspirational. And that's the kind of energy you want to start to attract. So letting go of this idea of like, I want people to see me and be jealous of me. Yes, you're going to be seen. And yeah, there are going to be people who are jealous of you, but that's not what you want to attract, what you want to bring in. That's not an opportunity. That is something that's actually kind of ego-driven, because it's like, oh, well, I want you to be like, oh, why can't I? But the people that are going to see you are going to be like, wow, that person is so inspirational. I want to follow how they're like, follow what they're saying, and I want to, because these people are going to see you practicing what you preach and actually standing in a place of authenticity, instead of just being like, oh well, I made a whole lot of money really quickly. That's kind of the sense that I get. It's like, it's not just going to be like, oh, it's a get rich quick scheme that like everyone's really envious of how you were an overnight success. It's not an overnight success. You have been working freaking hard on this, so you're going to really enjoy being in an elevated position now and being an inspiration to people, instead of like making people feel bad about themselves because they don't have what you have. It's going to be an inspiring energy instead of a darker energy. Yeah. Let's think about that more, because that's a spiritual lesson for you. That is really going to be something to be conscious of, and just keep your ego in check as you start to move into this next phase. So the obstacles and challenges, that's the next card that I'm going to draw. So any obstacles and challenges that you may have, I'm going to move this along quite quickly because I'm almost at 15 minutes. Oh, patience. Oh, temperance. Oh, knowing how to moderate yourself and knowing how to come into harmony and really be in balance with things, because this is faith. This is faith. Planting a seed and trusting that it will grow. And that's what you've done. You've planted the seed, you've done the work, you've put in the effort, you've like gone through all of the stuff, and now it's time to just wait and reap the rewards that you have actually put forth. But it's going to take time, and that time is sometimes an obstacle. Time is sometimes the thing where you're like, but I don't want it to take time. I want it to happen now. Slow and steady wins the race, my love. So just being conscious of that. And it's so cool because this was a 7, but for you to be able to elevate to that next level, you're going to have to double your effort, which is being patient to this 14, moving into this energy with grace and with stability, like really just knowing that you're sorted, you're supported, right? So then the next card is going to be how you can start to foster more loving and healthy relationships, because this is not like, if you're actually sitting in this energy, deception and envy, that's not a healthy relationship, and that's not a healthy relationship to have with yourself or other people. So you want to start to think about how you can make it healthier, more expansive. Harmony, coming into balance. This is also the Lover's card in the traditional tarot deck. So again, like, this is completely separate energy. See how this person's just like peering through their mask and it's all dark and it's kind of negative. This is really about, again, like coming into harmony and knowing who you are. You know who you are. You know like what you stand for. You know your values. If you don't know your values, go and get a piece of paper and write them down. So that knowing, again, how to balance and temper yourself, moderating this energy, really allowing yourself to be patient and allow these things to come in slowly and surely and feeling into your heart instead of looking to the material or to like what other people or the outside, the external factors are saying or thinking. Yeah. One last card, and it's just going to be my parting message to you. This is just something to take into your 2019. Just be conscious of it. Something that you actually really want to start to bring into your space, into your heart. Foundation and achievements. What have I been saying? It's all about the foundation that you build. You have not built a rotting foundation. You celebrate every moment of your journey. Celebrate every step of your success, because that's how you really start to see how the journey is actually the goal. The destination is not the goal. It's building something firm enough to be able to reap the benefits, to be able to just gain a higher sense of self, a higher sense of fulfillment, and fulfillment of wishes, fulfillment of joy, and things that you actually really love. And that's really what's going to elevate you into the freaking stratosphere, Taurus. It's going to take you to the next level. You're really going to level up this year. And I'm so looking forward to seeing how this journey unfolds for you. I'm wishing you all the best. And yeah, really hope that this resonated for you. Again, if it didn't, catch and release. Again, this is a new channel, so please like, please subscribe, please comment. Let me know how this resonated, if it did at all. And I will be back in 2 weeks with another spread, another reading. Until next time, I will speak to you soon. I hope you have a beautiful 2019. Be well, lots of love. Namaste.